Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel. Giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. This is the brother Caleb from the GMS England London Forecasters Camp, back with another lesson to help edify the Lord's elect. We are the real Hebrew Israelites, and the real Israelites, your so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians, and West Africans predominantly. However, you will find Israelites that do look like the other nations, because we as a people have been scattered among all nations. But if your seed line by your forefathers goes back to the man in the Bible named Israel, then you too are an Israelite, no matter what you may look like. Because Numbers 1:18 tells you that your nationality is determined by the lineage of your forefathers. And once again, to reiterate, these messages are going out to the elect men of the nation of Israel, primarily the 144,000, 12,000 from each of the 12 tribes spoken of in Revelation, the 17th chapter. Revelation, the 7th chapter, and predominantly mentioned in Revelation 14, shalom to you, of the hopeful elect, the 144,000. So I was just reading an article here, and I thought I'd do a video on it. Actually, I've read 3 articles just recently, in the past half hour or so, which serve as cautionary tales for you women. Now, it's an interesting thing that these articles have been popping up, because I just happened to see them in the newsfeed. I didn't go out of my way to look for them. But it reminds me of a situation I had last week. I mentioned a testimony where there was a girl who tried to start some shit with me on a random by being, having a cantankerous personality. And, she was a pregnant woman, but she, attempted to hit me and spat in my face on the train and stuff after a little altercation. And I read this article. You know what? She came to my mind, because a lot of you women, the scriptures say in Isaiah 4:1, rise up, you women that are at ease. A lot of you women think that you're above reproach and that you can do no wrong. But guess what? The Most High thinks different. So let me read this cautionary tale. I'll get some scriptures on it. This is from the Mirror News. It says, Jennifer Caro Lane, if I'm saying that correctly, 17, was tragically killed when she tried to use an extension cord while still dripping wet after a bath. Not the wisest of decisions, but guess what? The Most High set her up for that death, and it was a violent death. Let's read it. It says, pregnant girl, 17, fatally electrocuted as she went to charge phone after bath. Now, there's no real mystery there. Obviously, this girl was probably very active in social media and was probably getting her phone to, scroll through her, Instagram feed or her Facebook news feed or whatever. And the Most High took her out the game. But guess what? The Most High killed 2 birds with 1 stone, because he both killed this woman and her unborn child in one hit. So 2-hit combo there, two birds with 1 stone. Let's read it. It's a 17-year-old Jennifer Caroline, if I'm saying that correctly, had just got out of the bath in her home in Monte Castelo, Campina Grande, in Brazil's Paraíba state, when she suffered a fatal electric shock. A 9-month pregnant teenager. Now that's got to be a hard hit. It's not like she was 2 months pregnant. The baby is nearly at full term, right? But I guess the Most High had a reason to kill the child, so the child got taken out the game. A 9-month pregnant teenager has lost her life due to an electrocution from an extension cord after taking a bath. The tragic incident claimed the life of the 17-year-old in Monte Castelo neighborhood located in Campina Grande, in the state of Paraíba, Brazil, in the early hours of last Thursday. The unborn child also did not survive the incident. Upon receiving the distress call from the victim's husband, who has not been named, teams from the Mobile Emergency Care Service, SAMU, promptly responded, but found the teenager named Jennifer Caroline already deceased upon their arrival at her home. Fatality. Oh no! Look at that. The expected baby's crib. Well, guess what? The Most High had other intentions for that baby boy. Didn't get to use that crib. That's got to be a hurting blow. The victim's husband, who witnessed the scene, seeing the Most High made him see that. So for whatever wickedness he did, that was one of his punishments, to see his wife and unborn child die in front of him. The victim's husband, who witnessed the scene, said that his wife had just come out of the bath and tried to put her phone on charge using an extension cord, which led to the tragic accident. He mentioned hearing an unusually loud noise and a scream before finding his wife unresponsive on the ground. He reportedly tried to help her, but also received an electric shock. The wires in Jennifer's home. Chief Ramirez and Pedro from the Campina Grande Homicide Police Station said that the case is currently being treated as an accident. However, he said standard procedure dictates that an investigation protocol will be initiated, even though there seems little doubt it was anything other than a tragic accident. Well, I've got a secret for you. It was the work of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. 6 days ago, 2 teens were electrocuted by 600 volts while taking a selfie on a train track after touching the third rail. Disturbing footage of the horror incident showed 2 males and a female sitting together on the tracks. The trio was headed to the Lollapalooza Musical Festival in Chicago when the boy tried to take a selfie and lean back. He was zapped by 600 volts of electricity after touching the electrified rail. Boom. The teen, who reached out and grabbed the girl next to him, went violently rigid as they touched the tracks whilst taking the picture. This shit'll get you killed, man. Let me read more about that, Salakia. Interesting story. Oh, yeah. Come on, man. Right, here we are. The teen, who reached out and grabbed the girl next to him, went violently rigid as they touched the tracks while taking a picture. The friend appeared to sustain a short shock himself and immediately threw his hands in the air as members of the group jumped down from the platform to save their friends. In the video, the teens appeared to be travelling with a larger group of pals who were on the platform at Ridgeline Green Line stop in Oak Park just after 7 p.m. on the 5th of August. A third person on the tracks could be seen looking on in horror before rushing over to try and help them. According to the Oak Fire Department, the male went into cardiac arrest and was quickly rushed to the Loyola Medical Center in a critical condition. His condition remains unclear. The female friend was reportedly conscious when the emergency service responded, but was also hospitalized following her injuries. The names and ages of the group have not been revealed. So yeah, man, Most High's taken out a lot of people who, into that selfie shit, that self-praising, type of spirit, which a lot of these women have. Now, I read that other article, which happened to be linked into this song for God only knows what reason, which was interesting. But the main point is that here we have this 17-year-old pregnant woman, 9 months pregnant, and the Most High took her out and her baby and made her husband see it. Most High is the king of terrors, man. Let's bring out some precepts. And as I said, when I read this, it made me think of the incident I had last week, because, the Most High is going to bring judgment for them type of fuckeries, man. People think they can do bullshit, especially women. They think they can walk all over a man, do all kind of shit to ruin men's life, and as if there'll be no recompense for it. Well, guess what, man? That time of women's liberty, women's this feminist age, it's almost at an end. Get some precepts. I've got one on deck here. This is Psalm 68 and verse, is it 15 I want? Check. No, 68 and 20. Psalms the sixth. No, I was going to say Psalms. Excuse me. Psalms the 68th chapter and the 20th verse says this. It says, "He that is our God is the God of salvation, and unto God, the Lord, belong the issues from death." Read that again. Read it. He that is our power is the God of salvation, and unto the Most High God, the Lord, belong the issues from death. There's another one, Deuteronomy 32 verse 39. I'll read that one. Before I get that, Job 4 and verse 8. It says this. 7. Job 4 and verse 7 says, "Remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off?" So this lady who lost her life and the baby that lost their lives, the baby wasn't innocent. The baby must have done some shit, right? And the Most High had it taken out in the womb on the 9th month before it could even set its foot on earth. And the mother must have done some wickedness to warrant death, because the scriptures do say that the wages of sin is death. And that's a pretty violent way to go, man. Deuteronomy 32 and verse 39 says this. "See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand." So the Most High is the King of terrors, man. That's why you need to keep your shit on point. You know, you don't want to fall into the hands you don't want to incur the wrath of the Most High, man, because that's who we fear. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. You don't play with the Most High, man. This is Job 18 verse 14. It says, "His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the King of terrors." Read that again. "His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the King of terrors." The King of terrors is the Most High, man. As I said, you don't want to be on the wrong side of the Most High. So yeah, that's just a quick lesson. Cautionary tale for you women. I've got a couple more on deck. If the Spirit wills it, I'll do a few more videos on it, depending on how Spirit goes. But for now, that's it for this one. One more precept, actually. Isaiah 32 and verse 9. "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins." So yeah, man, you women that are at ease in this society, you need to get yourselves right, man. Or you may just end up suffering the same fate as this woman, or some of the many other stories that I've got lined up. So with that, giving once again all praises, honor and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Shalom once again to the 144,000 men, the elect of the nation of Israel. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of great most done it well. Shalom to all the Archaeum teaching this word around the globe with faith and truth and sincerity. And I'll catch you on the next Lord willing. Shalom for now.